Peace, peoples. This the poet Amin coming at y'all. I'm gonna hit y'all with this poem entitled Poetry Talks from the book One World of Poetry. Bodies that were found dead on the street were drawn out in white chalk. Danger swooped down on them and flew away like a hawk. Communities are screaming it's the government's fault, like a thief that steals but never gets caught. Like the incident that took place in the heavy thick fog, reporters on the news were saying it was an inside job. People were starting to investigate child swab. Bank of America somehow got robbed. There's thousands of troubles in the parking lot that people wish to bypass, but they stop and shop. Like at the ending of the year, we watch the ball drop. What I would like to do is leave you all in shock. That's very possible, and I would if I could. But regardless, I must remain creative like a poet should. Though I'm not a professor, so I'm not here to teach. Or a priest, so you won't hear me preach. But I can be aggravating like a blood-sucking leech. Now, if poetry was England, I'd be the king. But since it's a world of freedom, I'm the poet Amin. And the colors I reflect spiritually are red, black, and green. Now, in the very beginning of life creation, it was man and woman, not separation. Lies took off like an eagle stalks. But this truth is no longer hidden because of poetry talks. I was surrounded by greed when I planted these seeds. A poet's job is never done, so don't be expecting me to leave. I'm only here to give oneself everything on the shelf. And since I can't do this alone, I'm hoping others will help me out on this path of truth, discovering actual facts. What it takes to be conscious, most of us lack. If you would like to talk about poems on an individual basis, keep in mind that I have stacks that are attacking the wrongs, like the attacks in Iraq. If you're addicted to drugs, we can even talk about that. And if you think you've been winning by succeeding, then you better not roll craps. People's minds are starting to open up to messages poems have brought. Whether it's love or hate, it's important to remember these poetry talks. Peace.